One of my neighbors started a business and did a good job of it and has grown it. And now he's a multi billionaire and has just a small ranch compared to a lot of the ranches around this area. And he wants to change the zoning so that he can have it turn into kind of not a guest ranch, but a little bit more of a resort kind of thing, and have people come out and stay and go out and do activities and that kind of stuff. And this is in a very rural area of the Rocky Mountain West. And a lot of the locals are very upset, and they say, don't let this guy, they say to the county commissioners, don't let this guy do this. Don't let him come in here with all of his money from another state and change how things are here. That's what they did in Vail. That's what they did in Jackson Hole. That's what they did in Sun City or Sun Valley. That's what they did in Park City, Utah. And they've ruined these places. They've turned them into collectivist, not in my backyard. You can't do what you want with your property kinds of places. And we don't want that happening here. So don't let this guy do this. Well, to just kind of take a little look at what these people are really saying, and I don't think they understand it. But if they take a look from a philosophical standpoint, the argument is, don't let this human being do what he wants to do, build business on his private property. And why can't he? Well, because it was zoned differently. Well, what's zoning? Zoning is just some people telling other people what they can or can't do on their property. That's the definition of zoning. And so some people, some years ago, said, you can only do this thing or that thing in this area on your own property. Well, this is wrong. So that isn't something that we could look back and say, well, why can't he build a business on his property? Well, because some years ago, some people told him he couldn't do what he wanted to on his property. Well, no, that ain't Western. That's plain old. You think you don't want the Californians moving in and ruining everything? That's Californian right there. Hey, we want it to be the way we want it to be, and it isn't our property, but they're going to move in here, and then yeah, there are going to be some impacts. These people are going to come in here, they're going to be on vacation, they're going to go out into the national forest, into the Bureau of Land Management land, the public land, and they're going to just crowd it, and I won't be able to go up there anymore and just kind of relax and be alone. Hey, that's true. I really wish that the guy wasn't going to do a resort. I wish that the wild places out in the woods, I wish they could just stay quiet and not have a bunch of tourists running around. That'd be awesome. That's my preference. But I didn't go out and make the money to buy the property. It ain't my property. He gets to do with it what he wants. And speaking of that public property, don't even start thinking it belongs to you. It belongs to the U.S. government. They're going to decide what happens to it. Now, that's the official stance, like the reality of what's up. Now, if we go even deeper into reality, well, no, government doesn't even exist, so it can't own anything. But that's for another video. Long story short, quit telling your neighbors what to do on their property. If whatever they want to do, they get to do. It's their property. As long as they're not initiating this immediate violence against you, yeah, if they're on their property and they're shooting cannonballs at your house, yeah, that's a problem. You can do something about it. But if they're on their property and they're making it ugly, they're leaving junk and refrigerators and chairs laying around the yard, or they're building resorts, or they're building, whatever they're doing, it's their property. They get to do what they want to do. Stop trying to run people's lives and tell them what they can do and what they can't do on their own property. I'm kind of sick of that.